Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Sock Talks with Joy and Sean.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Hey, you know what? I saw somebody put, how did they put it? Today is the 21st day of the 21st century. And there was another 21. There's another 21. I can't remember what it was. There was three
They
things.
turned 21.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
Oh, I did that. I turned 21 today
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
for the second and a half time. Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. So, well, anyways, hey, Sean, it is the 21st of January. It's a new year. We've got everyone had all these kind of goals and all that kind of stuff happening. Big transition yesterday. And it's like, what do you have looking forward to? And do you trust the process?
I do. I'm just going to continue to do the same things that I've always done that have um, kind of been successful. Not that you're not open to, if somebody does something different, but, it's pretty simple in our business where, you send cards daily, you show people daily, and you sign people up daily.
Hmm.
That's the process.
That's right.
Now, in a week and a half, we're getting new things to add to the process. But will the process change? And I don't think so. And my concern is people are going to overcomplicate. Oh no! Oh my God! Now I have five more things to share. You know, how do I incorporate that? And I think it's you still lead with send out cards. You ask questions, you listen, and when someone says, "I wish I had XYZ," we may have XYZ.
Hmm.
Probably we're going to have XYZ. And that's when you would say, hey, let me show you this.
Hmm.
If you go into a meeting and go, I can show you send out cards, I can blah, 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 and you're dumping six things on them, that's not going to work.
Hmm.
So to me, I'm still going to send cards every day, obviously. I'm still going to show send out cards every day.
Hmm.
And I'll sign people up every day. And when during the conversation, the other opportunities are going to present themselves to say, not all five other ones, but maybe one or two.
Hmm.
I was on a power team with BNI yesterday, and I said, it's I. What are you excited for? What do you need? And I'm like, in a week and a half, I have five more opportunities, and I've been explaining it. Look, whatever somebody's pain point is, whether that's an individual, solopreneur, salesperson, a big business, we're going to have a solution for it. And
Hmm.
the action coach is like, well, when you can tell me what those are, let's do a one-on-one because I think we can probably incorporate a lot of those into our business.
Hmm.
So it's just doing those types of things. So
Yeah.
how about you? Do you trust the process?
Well, I do trust the process. And even coming into this launch, I think we've all experienced people that had a real, and still do have a real hard time with trusting the process because they don't know. They don't know, and it's like we've brought in, I'm sure by now is over 14,000 people into a better way leading up to this launch. And there's a lot of trusting going on there. So you trust it too, just trust it. You have nothing to lose. The person that wants to over analyze it wants to know all the details. And I understand that. There's all kinds of types of people out there
Sure.
that have to be a part. But you always have to you have to trust yourself. And that when you trust yourself, you trust the process.
Right.
You know?
I've, I've had several conversations like that. Well, what is it? I'm like, watch the video. Well, it doesn't say anything. Share the video. Trust me.
Hmm.
Here's the steps. Send the first thing. Send the second. You know, well, it just doesn't tell me a lot. I'm like, it, trust me, it works. I've
Yeah.
almost 100 people brought on. It works.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah, and you're all like you said, there's even when we just had send out cards
Hmm.
and you would get the person where like, yeah, I can't share yet. I don't know everything about it.
Right. Right.
It's like, and I always try to say, look, are you excited about it? Do you like send out cards? Yeah. That's what's going to get somebody excited as well and get involved with the company
Hmm.
to be either a customer or an affiliate.
Right.
It's not that you know where to go find, XYZ in the resource center. That's not what gets people excited. It's, this is really cool. Look what I put the picture on the front of the card and wrote something real quick and hit send. I did that from my phone. You
Yeah.
know, that's what gets people excited. And it's just doing those simple things.
Yep.
Um, so, and you know what? And we were talking before. It's if it's good enough for Jordan, Callie, all the top leaders,
All those. Yeah,
Melissa, let's just list them all. If they're doing the same thing, then why wouldn't it work for you?
exactly.
And why, yeah, and why wouldn't you trust that?
Right.
Um, it's not
Because
like you
you
get
don't
to,
trust yourself. It all starts with you. It starts
absolutely.
with your belief in yourself. You look at, sometimes you look at these folks and say, oh my gosh, I want to be, maybe you say, I want to be like them, or you say, I'll never be like them. Guess what? You're saying
Right.
it
That's
yourself.
not a good story.
You
I,
know,
I sounded Italian there. That's not a good story.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Every time you say, oh, I can never be like them, guess what? You're saying
Well, and part of it, you're
that.
right, because you're not them. You want to be the best you.
That's right.
Where someone, and if you are, someone, here is going to go, man, if I was just like Joy, if I
Mm,
could just do those Facebook lives and just so about the kindness and friendly, and if I was just like that, and it's like, no, you want to be the best you. And I'm not saying you do it robotically because you still have to add your personality into those things.
absolutely.
And little tweaks on what works for you. But and I had somebody yesterday, a new person reach out and said, I've got somebody interested. What do I do? And I went, and I text back, panic. So I said, no. I said, let's do a Zoom and let's show her how to send a card. Well, she really just wants information. I said, no. I said, schedule a time and just say, look, it's visual. I have to show you how to send a card. So send a card, show her how to get started and get her set up.
Yeah.
So it's you have to kind of sometimes take that lead and
Mhm.
have that posture too to say, no, don't send information. I want to show you how to send a card.
Mm,
I want you to impact somebody
yeah.
that you're thinking of right now.
You know,
So what's a good time?
that's a really good advice. And I think with a better way, after next Saturday, that advice is even going to be more important.
Right.
Because right now and I think personally myself, it's in talking with different people on the team, it's like, do I invite them to a better way or do I have them send a card? Do I invite them to a better way or do I have them send a card? Comes first?
Right.
Because we are in that mode, kind of a thing. But it is so true. It is that card. It is that, take that lead. Like you said, don't worry about, let me explain it to you. Let's send a card. Yeah, let's schedule that time. You can't, so many people are putting that link out there, like send a free card and then waiting for them to do it. You've got to
No.
work with them to do it. I learned that very quick. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we all do it,
Right.
but I've learned that the best and most proper way is to schedule that time. Let
Right.
me help you send that card,
Yep.
and get through it quicker.
Because you're right. It's easy for me to text a link. Okay, it's out there.
Yeah.
It's sometimes harder to. Well, I'm not that comfortable with Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
I've said the same thing. 10 months ago. Ugh, let me try to muddle through that. I tried to do it last year for a few things and mucked it up. So and so you just got to jump in. But you're right. I don't send the link. I schedule the time. To have them because you want to teach them how you do it is how they're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you keep it simple,
Right.
I don't go into a lot of detail when I'm showing somebody how to send a card. Yeah, you can add pictures. And some people are like, well, can I do that? And if they ask, then yeah, we'll do it. Most times, no. And then like the back of the card, look, I said, this is where you're going to brand yourself, but we're just going to keep it the send out. We're going to keep it simple, add somebody. So I don't want to overcomplicate
Right.
the process,
Right.
you know, um, because then they're either going to think I can do this or, oh, I don't know.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
but
Exactly.
so just trust it. Just
Yeah.
trust the process. You'll
Yeah.
get your style, and then it'll be
Right. Right.
very easy.
Now, Sean, when you're working with somebody, just out of you and I talking here, is when you're working with somebody, you do the Zoom and you have them do the share screen. Is that how you
We do
have? Yeah.
most times. Some like Monday, she was on her phone, but doing the card on the computer, and then every once in a while she would turn her phone around and say, "Where? What?" And doing this on the screen. So, but even then, as you do this more and you're comfortable, I
Mhm.
don't need to see their screen. I know what's up.
You can talk
Uh,
them right through it, yeah.
yeah. Although I do find myself pointing at my screen. Oh,
Oh,
bottom right,
I
it's like
I do that all the time. Hey, and I found out there's a Zoom, there's an annotation, you can actually set that up that you're
you can move the
comfortable.
finger around. Yeah.
Yeah, you could
Oh,
do it. I haven't just somebody was doing it with me the other day. It's like, "Oh, I gotta learn how to do that," kind of thing. But,
or it's bottom right. What? I'm sorry, bottom left.
oh, I know, because you learn it's learned, like, if somebody's on iPad, they're in different spots,
Right.
what you're telling them to do, and a tablet the other day, I kinda, somebody struggled with. But if it gets to where they can't share that screen, then I will either talk them through it or I'll just do it. I will do it, and then just say, this is what you want to do, and then
Yeah.
it's
No,
okay.
I
You
just talk
so
them through
many,
it.
let me know.
And I still ask because, it changed with put the phone number in and then I'm like, what are you looking at right now?
Oh, I do that all the time.
Oh, it says custom. Oh, click on customize and, so don't, it goes back to the same thing, that saying that you can't say the wrong thing to the right person and the right
That's
thing to
right.
the wrong person.
You got it. You got
If they get it, you could, you could fumble through the whole thing and
Yep.
they're still excited and see it.
Yeah.
Um, you could do the perfect presentation and they just might not get it. And so that's part of the process too. You just have
Yeah,
to
you got to
trust.
remember, like, your I don't want to say your inefficiencies, but your lack of being perfect at what you're doing is could be a plus for them.
Well, the greatest thing you could have somebody think is, well, I could do it better than them.
And you
Wow.
do, you wanna say that, kinda thing, or yeah, it's, you just can't do the wrong thing, to the right person, but the key is let them experience it, let
Yeah.
them see it, and let them, do what they need to do,
And then
because
trust the process and just be consistent with it. And whether that's 2 a week, 3 a week, 2 a day, whatever that is, be consistent. By the end of the year, you'll be surprised on where you're at,
yeah, exactly.
especially with the new what's coming. I mean, I anticipate showing someone send out cards and they say something else, and I present one of the others, and they may sign up for that and may not do send out cards.
Mhm.
And that's okay
Yeah,
because in the past, you wouldn't have gotten anything.
right,
So we have 5 more opportunities,
right.
during the conversation that, the send out cards might not be but the other things, oh my God, I've been looking for something like this.
Yeah,
So, yeah, that to me is the exciting part. Like, now I don't just get paid on one thing anymore. Now it's 5 more other opportunities.
exactly.
So,
So you gotta trust the process, folks. I
yep,
mean, we
yep.
have what, 7 more days, 8 more days now, 9 more days, I guess, for everybody for it to be released to the world, kind of thing. But yeah, you gotta trust the process. Just trust it. I mean, 14,000 people aren't on board because their arms were twisted. 14,000 people came on board because they're trusting the process. They're just sitting back and
And some have no clue what they got involved in.
no, exactly, exactly.
I had somebody sign, I got a thing yesterday. Hey, new team member. I'm like, did I even send them anything?
I know.
Okay. So it's exciting what's going to happen in the next week and a half. Um, and I know we only know probably half of what's coming.
I know. We were on the launch team. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
people all the time.
Some people have no idea and are excited. And so yeah, it's don't get yourself overwhelmed by five more streams of income. If you're comfortable with send out, just keep sharing send out cards. And when somebody says,
Yeah.
"Oh, I wish I had," then oh, hey, we have that. We can fix that.
Yeah,
So, yep.
exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I think we just have so many opportunities out there, but just trust the process, do the norm, send out cards is always going to be I'm going to say the bulk of what we're doing, but
Sure.
it's certainly going to be the heart of what we're doing.
Well, I
And
think that's the lead in.
yeah,
But
exactly.
you know what? I can also see the people that got involved with a better way, and when the things are introduced, they man, they're going to lead with something else.
Exactly.
Well, my network really needs this, so that's what I'm going to start talking to people about. You
Exactly.
may, I mean, someone listening to this may say, "Yeah, I lead with send out cards, but wow, I really like this, and let me share this more." That's okay,
Yeah.
but it's still going to be a process of boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it sure is. It sure is. So,
So,
and like
have we beaten it up enough that we need to trust the process?
you know what the word? Do we need to spell it out? Trust the process. And what kind of? We should figure out a word that says that.
TTP,
T, TPT.
trust the process.
TTP. Okay. All right.
TTP. That sounds like toilet paper.
I know it
Too
does.
like toilet paper.
That is not a good thing right now. That brings back way too many memories
Right, right.
of what's going on. So, but oh well. Hey, it's going to be exciting. I know next week when we talk to you, we'll just be days away, and then that
Absolutely.
following week, oh my gosh, be ready for us.
Hit the ground running if you're not already.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just keep sharing, trust the process. And, there are, you're stuck on what do you say to somebody when they want to know more? Hey, I don't know any more than you, but come on with me. Let's do this together.
Absolutely.
And, you have nothing to lose.
Yep.
You don't have anything to lose. So it's all good. Awesome.
Perfect.
Well,
All
hey,
right.
thank you,
Well,
buddy.
hey, trust the process.
Yeah. Did we mention, I think we
Is that
forgot.
what we were talking about? Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Okay. I think we got that message
I
across.
got you.
We're good, Sean. Bye, everybody. See you next
Take
week.
care. See you
Trust
next
the
week.
process.